said the only constant is change in college football, but over more than 150 years, there have been some things that you can count on. If you can run the football, you have a chance to win. And boy, do we have guys who can do that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the UCF Knights, taking on the 12th ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Notre Dame looking for a strong kick to get this one underway. And he's going to bring this one out. Tackled at the 24 and almost breaks even with the yardage he would have gotten with a touchback. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. Not a lot of room, but found his way ahead for two out to the 26. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
To the air on first down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll be marked down, but he's got enough to move the chains. The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. The sure hands, it's Barfield. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a first down.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows.
Breaks into the open. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Knights.
How about that first drive by the offense? Usually script the first 10 plays. Well, I had one extra. It only took 9. Great job moving down the field, stringing plays that look like other plays together, and getting this opening drive touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The running back has it. Got the first down. Looking for more. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right at the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Turner. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Looking for space. It's Turner. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man on the right. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Here's the handoff. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
I think throughout the week in practice, when they were game planning their opening script, I don't even know if they envisioned it going as well as it has. This has been beautiful. Nice balance, really nice rhythm. It feels like everything they're dialing up here on their first drive of the game is working to perfection.
The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to throw on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Jones. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
How about the OC slipping in the screen pass, try to mix it up, slow down that pass rush, let it come up the field a little bit, get it to your running back, let him do the rest. Nice blocking, nice play call to throw in the screen to change it up a little bit and get the big touchdown.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he added the extra point. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And he's coming out of the end zone. Wasn't quite able to shake loose as he steps out of bounds at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. It's complete to the right.
You know, that play right there shows me the quarterback has a plan. He had no hesitation. The defense was bearing down on him. He got hit on that play, but he knew where his running back was, got it out to him quick, and as a result, he avoided the negative play and sack.
These offensive scripts on both sides have been masterpieces as they are going up and down the field in the first. Bring in the heat. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
And he was held in check in game one, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting the sack. Second ball game. That will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Knights will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Looking for room. It's Turner. They make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Both teams wanted to establish the run, and they have done exactly that in the first quarter. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Wants to go up top. Looking to scramble. Got it in the middle. It's Harkins. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Big time throwing that last play. You know, you think about great Notre Dame quarterbacks. I think back to a couple of Joes. Joe Montana, Joe Theismann. They'd love what they'd be seeing right now from this kid. He's got arm talent. He's got accuracy. And because of that, he gives this offense the ability to light up the scoreboard.
From the gun, give on the inside. And they didn't get it forward an inch. Defense wins the battle up front.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Quickly complete. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's third and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
That's why as a defense, you feel okay playing man coverage on 3rd down, because you know you've got linebackers and you've got players on your defense that can cover these dangerous running backs mano-a-mano. Nice job tackling in the open field.
And the field goal unit will stay put as the head coach decides to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. It's complete on the right side. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Makes the catch. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Knights come to the line in the hurry-up. They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. It's Cotton. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Knights will have it 1st and 10. Quarterback will keep it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Caught over the middle. It's Cotton. At the 35, he's got more. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, and now the defense is really on its heels. The Knights are flying down the field. To the ground with the back. Breaks the tackle. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Bug, meat, windshield. That's what happens when you have a big running back like this. You just see people bounce off. He just breaks tackles, continues to keep his feet moving. You better get all 11 guys to the football if you want to get him to the ground.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Gives it on the option. They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This defense, and one of those has arrived. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. All the way down to the 15-yard line, it's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Still looking on the move. Inside the 10-yard line and shoved out of bounds at the 9.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Now he's looking to throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Caught in the backfield. It's Cotton. And they gave him no chance to get loose, and they force a 4th down. Fourth down, and this crowd is making it miserable on this offense. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. It may seem like a really aggressive call, but David, you settle for 3 there. It's like handing a win to the defense.
Yeah, and I like aggressive. Aggressive is good for offenses, and we've seen it time and time again. You get beat when you kick field goals. That's something that you look back, it's a big step.
And to the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UCF!
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man. At the 40, there he goes. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
And what a massive play for the offense. Not only getting the football across the 50, but they've now put themselves in position to steal a few more points here before the half.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. They'll try the run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Finds his man in the middle. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely.
When you play zone coverage, you got a wide receiver that's a beast. It becomes very, very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Here's the give off the left side. Here's an open space downfield. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. Rushes on him. He's going to run it. Turning it on. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
He hasn't called his own number very often in this game. That actually is the first time he's taken off and scrambled, but it was a really good decision. He's been killing this defense through the air. You've seen the arm talent. You've seen the accuracy. That time, really nice decision to tuck it and get what he can get. He's got this defense on their heels.
It's 1st and 10 from the 13. Leaves it with the back. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He might want another play. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And they did tack on the extra point, by the way, knocked it right down the middle. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? He gets a block. Dynamic on kick returns, and that one puts his offense in business. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking downfield on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, he's got some space. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Scrambling away. He's going to take off. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 and the 38, and these guys are on the move.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big game. He does it again. He's got the knack for just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
A designed run for the quarterback. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the first half, they'll try to kick a field goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. He'll need to strike this one cleanly from 48 yards out. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
They're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're breaks into the open. Attack! Touchdown, Notre Dame! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, we have a 28-17 ball game. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Michigan is currently ahead in this one in a jam-packed big house, but it's been close so far. They're up by 7 over Penn State. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They come out now down by 2 possessions, 28-17, and hoping to use this drive to draw closer. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Quarterback just flat, missed it, incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Thanks to grab. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3.
My old coach said, don't never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never complain.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. They'll try to power their way ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
The Knights will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Makes the catch. It's Turner. Knocked down at the 44, but he got 15 on that one.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
You open a drive like that, and the entire playbook opens up on first down from the 44. Gives it on the option. Across the 45. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
Man, that's excellent blocking there on the left side of the line. They were able to get great push, get off the line, create a little bit of crease for that running back.
They just created a wall. He had all kinds of room to run.
Yeah, I might go back to that one and call that one again. It worked so well.
They'll ride the hot hand. Knocked down at the 29 after a pickup of 4.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback may change this route. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Fires deep toward the end zone. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power. A 46-yarder from the left. He slides that just inside the right upright. And now the lead is extended a little further. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14. There he goes. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Fires to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. And his throw is incomplete.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel in the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your 2-possession lead.
Here come the Irish back on offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short. And off to Jones. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down.
All right, guys, that's not a home run type play, but he did enough there to keep the chains moving.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. They'll give it to him again. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and put 1 more on the lead. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Bought a little time, lets it go. Incomplete, thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. The Knights send out the punt unit. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Slips through the line. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Gets it out quickly. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Making side adjustments here. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another 1st down. This guy can do that a lot.
Looking to throw on 1st down. who gets it out fast.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
The Irish come to the line facing second and short. They're going to run it. Runs through the tackle. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Irish!
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scared.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the house call coming on the run from the 23. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Farrell. Gets it across the 30 to the 31. A pickup of 5.
And after having a nice game like that on first down, for the offensive coordinator here, maybe you're thinking about being aggressive and taking a shot. Because even if it's incomplete on second down, on third, you won't have that long to go.
Running back searching for a hole. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Here we go. Quickly out to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They go to the ground. Gets away from one, finds room. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to...
Turning it on!
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
The Knights can really attack on this second and short. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
I would not want to be the offense coordinator right now. This offense has a hard time completing the forward pass and making plays. And now you're down, and they know to rush the passer. They know the pass is coming. I'm not sure what the answer is because this offense is just struggling in the passing game.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Slippery slide, find his way, and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights!
And that's 3 touchdowns in 2 games. Just continuing to find the end zone, continuing to make plays. This guy is on pace for a great season. He's put the college football world on notice.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Looking to the big tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Hawkins. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
A little bit surprising, not going to lie. You got a big lead like this late in the game, and you're still throwing for it and being aggressive. But, hey, man, it's working. And if it's working, keep calling him, I guess.
It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Motion from the wideout. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
They'll send the back in motion. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. The give to the single back. And a good solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Now from inside the red zone. He's got him still on his feet. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
You know what's interesting? At this point of the game, with the lead in the 4th quarter, the defense is expecting them to run the ball. And because they're putting so many guys close to the line of scrimmage, they're taking advantage, throwing it 2 straight completions now back-to-back.
Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I gotta say, the mental toughness that this team is showing early this season is real impressive. And going down the field and scoring on that last possession, putting themselves in position here to go 2-0, they're answering the bell. This team has leadership on both sides of the ball. Very, very impressive.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Arkansas State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Jonesboro for some time. They're up by 27 over Air Force. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
One of the things you love about this running back is his physicality. He's got great size, and because of that, he can wear defenses down. Those 2, 3, and 4-yard gains in the first and second quarter, they become big gains late. Guys don't want to tackle him, and you're seeing that now.
Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
And maybe the big fella can jumpstart this offense a little bit. They got to get some points, and he's that big physical guy, breaking some tackles, making some plays. Here in the fourth quarter, they're going to need it. And I think this offense is all but surrendered, right? Like, they're down so much. They need to be throwing the football if they want to score a bunch of points to get back in this game. But they got to find something moving forward, man. This was a rough day. This was not a great offensive performance. They got to bounce back.
Oh, he's got some space. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. On the option. They'll go to the ground. He's into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and they shave a couple more off of this lead.
Notre Dame, 52. UCF, 32.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't